Buenos dias, this is Guy Pacha with the Weekly Pele Report. I'm actually in a little park here in San Pedro, close to San Jose, Costa Rica, so I could run into people. Okay, anything can happen these days. Absolutely, 100%. Crazy, wild, unexpected occurrences that can test our patience, our strength, our endurance. Let's start with the aspects. The moon is now in Scorpio, right? On Wednesday, squaring Mars, opposite Uranus, comes up to conjunct Venus. I mean, this is just, you can look at the chart at the beginning of this report. Okay, it's got the Mars-Lilith conjunction that's actually happening on Sunday. Okay, Lilith is whipping along. She is going retrograde, going over 30 degrees in 20 days. Today she's at 12 degrees, and by Sunday she moves down to 2. Okay, so she's whipping super fast to join together with Mars. Whoa, on the south node of the moon, only a couple of degrees away. This is, you know, in square to Venus and Uranus. So this is super freaking intense, man. I don't know if I'm going to have time to read you the Sabian symbols on all of this, but, you know, they are, you know, very, very, very powerful. So, you know, yeah, the exact Venus opposite Uranus is today, but, you know, these aspects all go on for a few days at least. Mercury opposite Neptune tomorrow. Okay, Neptune having to do, okay, with, I mean, it can have to do with deceit, lies, deception, paranoia, okay, you know, where we're just not getting the whole story or the clear story, and we start to worry and freak out and get afraid. I mean, it's, so Mercury opposite Neptune is, whoa. Yeah, we can have some illusions, and those illusions can be based upon, you know, any number of different things. So let's keep on going. The nice thing is that Mercury comes into a trine with Pluto by Saturday. So that is going to stabilize, you know, at least some of the thought processes, some of the ideas, things that are going on in our minds and our heads. All right, but things just keep moving along, okay? On Sunday, like I said, Lilith conjoins with Mars, and Venus becomes into an exact square to the moon's nodes. So she's moving through early Scorpio. Look at these beautiful red flowers. Oh my God. Nature is so grounding and rejuvenating and stabilizing. It's unbelievable. By that time we have the quarter moon on Sunday at 24 degrees Sag. She comes into the first quarter square. The sun, you know, is at 24 degrees Virgo by that time. So we have Sag square Virgo. And then she keeps moving along. You know, she squares Neptune and Mercury and the sun all on Sunday. Sunday's a big day, right? You know. And then Monday she moves into Capricorn and hits Saturn. Trines Uranus. Squares Chiron. And then finally the biggie on Tuesday, Mars square Uranus. So this energy is building with this T-square, Venus, Mars, Lilith, Uranus, moon's nodes. Let me find a spot here and talk about it. Oh yeah. All right, everybody. Gonna try to make this happen, man. I got some rap music playing over there. I got somebody making a speech on a loudspeaker over there. I got trucks and cars back there. And this is just the way life is right now. The greater world is impacting us on a personal level. We do not live in a vacuum. We do not live in a void. Okay, economic factors, governmental factors, political, religious. I mean, everything is, everything is blowing up right now. This is Mars on the South Node. This is the end of the patriarchy. This is the end of the old. This is the breakthrough, the bursting, the breaking out of, it's like, you see when a tree or a plant breaks through a sidewalk. Here's a concrete sidewalk right? And then you got this, you know, the forces of nature are more powerful than the forces of the human ego. Let's be clear, man. And this is very clear by what? Yeah? We have not only the class 4, okay, Hurricane Florence hitting, you know, the East Coast. They said it's going to be like a big Mike Tyson punch. There is a super typhoon, okay, crossing over the Philippines that's going to come in and hit Taiwan and Hong Kong. And let's not forget Aquarius, okay, Mars, Lilith, south node of the moon. Aquarius is the atmosphere. It rules the atmosphere and the weather. And we can also say that the weather is a reflection of the collective consciousness. When humanity is anxious and storms are brewing within our consciousness and our emotional, mental bodies, it is reflected in the macrocosm, in the weather, in this. This is a time, right, where people are, yeah, you know, on edge. Mars square Uranus, Venus opposite Uranus. This is a time of great revolutions. And these great revolutions and great changes cause great instability, which relates to insecurity. And that insecurity is based in foundations of fear. And the tendency is, and we can see this happening all across the board, left and right, people, how can we say, contracting, okay? Look at Trump, okay, you know, isolationism, unilateral withdrawal, you know, doing all these tariffs. I'm looking after me and my own, okay? Now, this can be a good thing, okay? You know, the parents of sexually abused kids by the church, you know, the Pope and the whole church is, you know, going through this whole thing, you know, the stuff that's been hidden for years. Scorpio, Venus coming into Scorpio, Black Moon Lilith, okay, coming up to question and call, okay, forward the truth, all right, about the masculine, feminine, about the wrongs and the, you know, the misdeeds. Let's not forget, here's Uranus, the slowest moving planet, okay, and here is Mars and Lilith. This is a 270-degree square. And Venus, 180 degrees opposition, okay, to Uranus. And, you know, Mars, Lilith, Venus coming around, okay, 270 degree square to Mars. These are all, the 270 degree square is different than the 90 degree square. It's more karmic. It's more a culmination, okay, of seeds that were planted and energy that was projected out, okay, is now, I mean, I've said it, you know, in previous Pele reports. These next couple of months are very karmic. It's all about the work that either has been done or has not been done, you know. And, yeah, what is the work, right? The work, you know, has to do with coming into, and this is what the, you know, the mantra this week is about, okay, this new me. This is a time for us that is character building. We are being tested. Moon comes into Capricorn and hits Saturn and Pluto, okay, and then she moves on, and next week the Sun moves into Libra. You see how all this stuff is Libra to Pisces, except for, you know, Chiron at the threshold and Uranus and Taurus. The collective, Libra through Pisces, is, you know, the transpersonal signs. So it's all, you know, there's a lot going on out there. And yet, what do we have? The north node of the moon in Leo. This is the key point in this whole T-square, and people can go on about, oh, the dark and the fear and the, you know, terrible things and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, yeah. I don't want to live in a bubble, okay? I'm not living in a cloud here. This is a tough, and this can bring up a lot of crisis for a lot of people on a lot of levels, particularly money. Money has been the source and the base of security for generations. And when it gets into, you know, tariffs and economies and even fighting for money, you know, there's war. I mean, I don't want to say on the horizon, but, you know, Turkey is, you know, giving arms to the Syrian rebels, and it's not over. All right, over there with Assad and everything, you know. So yeah, there's like, you know, the refugee crisis in Hungary is like, you know, things are really exploding. And they're going to continue to explode. So let us not be, and this is what I said, this is the challenge that we all have. This is the new me. What is the new me? What is the new paradigm? What is the age of Aquarius? Where we all live in peace and harmony, where we see ourselves as part, a thread in the tapestry of life. And if we all withdraw our threads, the tapestry is no longer. The challenge for each and every one of us at this time is to be Leo, the royal king, the queen that is generous, that is coming from the heart, that it wants to support, not withdraw, retrench out of fear. This is Mars Lilith on the South Node, okay? Let's protect our own, okay? Let's fight, let's go to war. That's the past. This future is about creation, creativity. Us coming fully into a place where there is enough. I am enough. I have enough. We have enough. This relationship is enough. This family is enough. This planet, you know, this nature that we have, it is enough. You know, there's been greed and just more. Of course, you're gonna get to the point, you know, where, you know, people are grabbing more than they fucking need. And so, you know, it gets into, you know, boundary issues, right? You know, refugee issues. I mean, all kinds of, you know, tariffs and all these, you know, these are all boundary issues. And we know that this month, right, that new moon was opposite Neptune, okay? And so here's, you know, here's what I got from Leslie Temple Thurston. She's an old, you know, guru teacher of mine, you know. Expand into the contraction. This is the sun, the ruler of Leo, the north node of the moon, that radiates, that shines, that comes in like the knight on the white horse. I say this is a time that separates the men from the boys and the women from the girls. And the boys and the girls are going to go running and screaming and hiding and, you know, scared and huddle down and cuddle down and da-da-da-da-da-da. And the men and the women are going to stand up. And they're going to say, despite, okay, the fears, despite the chaos, despite the, you know, the challenges, I am going to love. I am going to do my best to see the other person's point of view. I'm going to do my best, okay, to not make another person feel small or feel bad or feel less than. I'm going to be a representative of the new paradigm. I am initiating, I am creating the new paradigm with my own behavior, you know, within the storm. What came to me this morning in the shower was the Beatles, the revolution. You say you want a revolution, you know, but if you want, yeah, I mean, the whole song, just I'm going to put a link for that in the notes, man. It's such a great song, right? You know, wow. I wanted, you know, I hate to say it, but I got to bring up these, you know, because it is so classic. This Mars-Lilith conjunction happening, okay, at the 2nd degree of Aquarius, okay, I mean, it is what, right? An unexpected thunderstorm. The need to develop the inner security which will enable us to meet unexpected crisis. The cool thing about astrology is that it's not so unexpected. Freaking A, man. Astrology rocks it, okay? We see this stuff coming long before the hurricanes and typhoons start spinning, okay? The astrology can look ahead, and we can look beyond this storm, okay? You know, past the elections, you know, in the States, and, you know, past Christmas, and into 2019 and 2020. That is what is so super cool about this whole thing. But the funny thing that Dane Rudhyar says here is what? An interesting connection can be made between the symbols for Taurus 1 and 2, which is where Uranus is, right? Uranus is at the 2nd degree of Taurus by Sunday. It's like, oh, wow. I mean, how does this happen to just arise? You know? I mean, it's just like, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to read this whole thing. I'm going to put it out in my newsletter. I will type out this thing in my newsletter. I have a free newsletter that goes out every week. And, you know, if you're interested in getting the Pele report, along with, like, you know, what I'm doing, what's going on with New Paradigm Astrology and stuff like that, you know, it's a little more information, you know, than I give in the YouTube thing, yeah? The 2nd degree of Taurus is an electrical storm, the cosmic power able to transform all the implications of natural existence. Hello. This is a stage of existence in which revelation is implied, at least as potentiality. The consciousness may be deeply disturbed by the visitation, but the substance of the individual being can be fecundated by the experience. Our substance, our essence, is nourished. It's time. This is our time. This is like what we incarnated for, and that's why it's like this unveiling of the new me. It's like, you know, it's like the show's about to go on, the curtain is about to open, the symphony is about to start to play. You know, they're unveiling the Statue of Liberty or something like that. You know, they're crowning the Queen. I mean, it's like, you know what? This has all been, you know, the stage is set. The plan is complete. It's time to unveil a whole new me. It's time to be the new paradigm, not long for it and wait for it or hope for it or think it's coming or, you know, like it's out there in the future. It's time to make it happen now. That's what this is calling us for. Not to retreat, not to contract, not to fight and battle, but to actually step into the throne and think of the good of the next 7 generations. Okay, Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, Moon going in Capricorn is the elder. Let us be our maturest, most profound, wisest self. I love these Pele reports, man. The stage is set. The plan's complete. It's time to unveil a whole new me. Yeah, baby. May you expose, open, show, radiate your most powerful, beautiful self, baby. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.